Hello, hello, and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us for yet another one of these awesome videos. Thank you, Amber. I'm here with my sweet friend, Amber Coleman from Guild Mortgage. How you doing, girl?
Yay, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm doing great. It's always a good day when I get to be on with Laci, even though I like to be face to face.
I know I was gonna say we normally like to do this in person. We are in different states today, so we're definitely kind of doing it a little bit of I don't know, doing it digital style, but that's okay. We definitely felt that this was important enough information for you to know upfront immediately. This could not wait until next week. So I'm super grateful that you took the time to get online with me today. Thank you
No,
again.
thanks for having me. I love it that you're on. You're so excited about everything that you're on top of it to help the clients to be able to get the best thing they can get right when
Thank
something's
you.
released.
So before we start, so Amber and I are doing a series of videos that talk about some of the newest loan programs that have hit the market that are helping people compete in this crazy ass market that we're in. So we've done several, and I don't know where this one's going to fall in terms of being released, but make sure you're checking out all the videos, because whether this one appeals to you or not, one of the other ones surely will. And our goal with doing these videos is, again, we're trying to be timely. These are new programs that just came out in the last week or two. We want to make sure you're getting the information immediately because of how fast the market's moving and how quickly things change. We don't want you to miss out if this is something that you want to do. Amber and I do a live stream once a week. We try to bring updates to you about the market and about new programs. And the most recent live stream that we did piqued a lot of people's interest. So we decided to do a deeper dive on the subject that we went into on that to give you all the details so that there's no questions asked. You know what the heck's going on. So as you know, Amber, you've been talking to amazing economists that work within your industry, within your company, that talk about, whether or not there's going to be a crash and what's to be expected. Can you give me an update on what they're saying about what the hell's going on with the market right now?
Honestly, anybody that's in the industry is talking against a crash. There's so many things pointing against it. There's so, like, everybody kind of remembers, and all these people you're seeing on YouTube, they kind of remember what happened in, 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
And they're thinking the same thing's going to happen, but there's been so many regulations to stop that from happening again, and then also, like, the things that would cause, something like a crash, like there has to be an excess amount of houses out there.
Absolutely.
There's quite the opposite of that right now. So the economists that I'm talking to, are thinking that we have like 5 to 7 years that for the foreseeable future of houses appreciating. Now we're not going to see what we saw last year and the year before, because we were on a sugar high those years. Let's be for real right now, right?
Yeah.
Like that's not going to happen, and it can't. We don't want it to, because that's not sustainable. But we're going to see home appreciation.
Crazy. What was it? Sometimes 25. It was on average, I think 22 to 23% across the valley. But really, some places were going up 40% in value in a year. And while that's fantastic for the seller, it, to your point, is not sustainable. And I don't want to see my buyers trying to buy homes that a year ago they would have paid 300 for, and now they're paying, almost double that. That's just not appropriate and not okay.
And we want to see the next generation be able to get into homes too,
Yes. I'm excited to hear it. Sorry to interrupt you, but I'm excited. The Zoom thing, man, it always messes with me every time. Sorry about that. But it's exciting to hear that, the economists that we rely on and who have really never been wrong in the last couple of years that I've been watching them at least, are saying 5 to 7 years of solid growth here in the valley. There's not enough homes. There's definitely still a lot of demand. So that's going to be the really, if that changes, barring a natural disaster of some sort, if that changes, there's really no reason that a crash would be impending. The other thing that's scaring people right now is the interest rates. And I know that, you've said it so beautifully that, during the pandemic, we got spoiled rotten with some of the lowest interest rates we've ever seen in the nation's history, really the world's history. And it became, to your point, like a sugar high. We got spoiled. The rates that we're seeing now are definitely higher than they were during COVID. But talk to me about what the rates are looking like and what they're saying they expect to see happen.
So, and keep in mind the rates right now. So COVID kind of started in 19, right? Like all that news started coming out. So in the middle of 19, we started seeing the rates drop, and then they went crazy 2020, and then 2021. They went insane. So we were on a major sugar high for all of those years, right? But we're looking at right now is basically the same as what we were looking at in 18 before all this started happening. So as far as rates go, though, what happened is the pendulum swung so far. With the inflation and all the news and the negativity that's out. And once people start thinking a certain way, then the markets have to react, right? Because it's all perception. Everything's kind of perception. So it swung so far that at some point it's got to land, right? So I'm finally being able to see, and that this has been happening this week. So hopefully it sticks. But like the market's been going like this, and this for couple months right now.
A long time.
So really, actually, since January. We're in May right now. So since January, it's been going like this. right now we're starting to see a calming.
Oh, thank God.
A calming in the interest rates. And today I actually even saw them, move down a little bit. So,
Okay.
we're, it's definitely looking positive as of right now. Things can change tomorrow.
Of course.
But remember, like it, sometimes with the stock market, as people pull out of the stocks, they put into bonds.
Yeah.
Bonds affect our rates. So as people are pulling out of stocks and putting into bonds, that helps us. That's why a lot of times when you see the stock market falling, the rates are actually doing a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because of the exchange between the stocks and the bonds. So
I love that you explain it like that, because I'll be honest, they don't teach this shit in school, right? And
they should teach it in school, huh?
Yeah, I think we are not the only ones saying that. We're joining a choir of people screaming it, and nobody definitely is listening. But definitely should be more life skills, financial skills, things like that taught in school. That's something that's so hard for people to understand. So especially when there's negative news, the stock's crashing, that this and that's crashing. Well, that must mean everything's crashing. It doesn't always mean that. With the fact that we see 5 to 7 more years at this moment of continued acceleration. Your doggies sound so cute. I hope you're having fun. I just heard your puppies barking, but with us seeing 5 to 7 years of acceleration in the home values, with us seeing still a high demand for the people who want to buy homes, not enough homes, the crash isn't coming. We've got rates that are going up and down all around. So it's about when you striking while the iron's hot. You want to put mute on your phone? Your puppies? No, wait, they got quiet.
I was gonna say, I'm wondering if you guys can hear all that. Okay,
I think we can hear the puppy.
And I apologize when we're doing this kind of on a live
We're
thing.
doing it on the fly, man. You got to take it as you. Don't tell me about.
You never
audio.
know when someone's gonna come walking at the door and the dogs.
No, you're fine. I just want to make sure. But with this, it's really the setting, the stage that has been set for us right now. A lot of people say, well, why would I buy if everything just seems to be crashing down around us? But the reality is we like to watch where people with money put their money. If they're pulling them out of stocks, they're putting them into bonds. They're pulling them out of stocks, they're putting them into housing, because that's who most of the people are that are buying these homes right now, is hedge funds, people with money. If they're buying up all these houses, there's a reason. It's because housing is always going to be needed. The need for housing is never going to go away. And the bottom line is it's a long play. So if you're going to put your money in something, put it in something tangible. That's a long play that is never going to go away as far as the need goes. So with all that being said, programming and being able to get different scenarios addressed as this market continues to evolve is really important. So the last time we did a live stream, we talked about one of the biggest key things for the people that are working with our team, and that's relocation. Relocating from one state to the next, or one country to the next, and having to sell a property while you're buying a property, and dealing with all the crap that goes into that can be ridiculously overwhelming. Number one, that's why we're experts. We like to focus and help you guys do that with ease. But this new program that we talked about recently is juicy, crunchy, and it makes it like, it's stirring up the sauce. It's like gravy on a Sunday morning. It's the best. And I'm so excited to have you tell us about it. So again, we did a live stream about this last week, and we actually, the program has changed since we did the live stream. So this is the newest, latest, greatest. Tell me about this bridge loan program, my love.
Oh, you're going to be excited about the bridge program. Okay. So let me just explain what a bridge program is. So you own a house in another state, right? Yeah. So let's say you own a house in California.
Sure.
There's a lot of risk between selling a house, finding a house. Sellers don't want to accept contingencies. And so you're kind of put in a place where you almost have to sell and then buy later, right? So then you have that gap of uncertainty, and that's
wasting money on rent, or having to try to find a rental home, or trying to find an apartment, moving 3 times. It's a hot mess, right?
It's a hot mess. Yeah. And it's scary too, because you have that, well, what if, all of those what ifs that come into your head, right? So what the bridge loan does is, before you even list your house, you don't have to have your house listed. The bridge loan is allowing you to utilize the equity in the current house that you have.
Wow.
And then take that equity and put it down on a new house.
Without having it listed for sale, without having a buyer yet.
You don't have to have a buyer. You actually have 6 months to sell that property. So then it even allows you time to be able to sell the property you currently have and then move into the new house. So you're not having to stress. Like, it takes away the stress. takes away the what ifs and the scariness, really.
Well, and as a listing agent, I can tell you it is much easier and much better to have a beautifully staged, clean, empty home to sell. You're going to get more buyers, you're going to get a higher price point, and you're not going to have as much of a hassle with people coming in and out of your house while you're trying to pack and move and decide where you're going to live. So not only does it ease your financial frustration and the tension related to that, it's going to ease the process and actually possibly get you more in return when you do finally get to sell that house. That's freaking amazing. So they're basically
right,
looking at your home and they're saying, you live in a place that has a house that's probably going to sell because of based on what's happening in the market. We can probably get this amount. They're going to assess what they believe you're going to get and then give you that money to go shop for a house in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Not even having to do any work to that. What?
Wait, but here's the exciting part too. Here's the exciting part. So in the, like a lot of these bridge programs, when you do the bridge, you have to qualify for the house that you're leaving, the house you're vacating, and a lot of times the bridge loan as well, right? Because you have a loan on each one. This way, if we can prove that the house that you're selling is in an area where we're not really worried about you being able to sell it quickly,
right?
We're not worried about it declining and stuff like that.
Right.
We can get an exception to not have to debt ratio you for the bridge or the house you're vacating. We're only debt ratioing you for the main house,
oh my God.
which is a game changer, to be honest with you, because no other bridge offers this. And that takes away all of your fears about, other than you have to still be able to make the payments. So you want to leave some excess money to be able to make sure you have enough to make the payments. But as far as qualifying for the loan, it's a game changer. You don't have to worry about making sure your debt ratio includes both houses, one that you're not going to keep, and then the new one that you're purchasing.
So you're basically taking people who would have had to have made double the amount of money, but then wanted to spend half the amount of money. Like it really, the way it worked before was I had to be able to qualify. I had to be able to prove that I could make my payments on my house and where I currently live and my payments on the house that we're buying and the payments on the loan. So that's really nobody can qualify for that. At least people who are trying to upgrade or trying to push into their next best life here in Las Vegas. A lot of people are trying to expand when they move to Vegas. They can get more home for their money here in Vegas versus like a California or maybe even another state that's like a New York or something that you're just not going to get what you would pay for there. So it's really a very small subset of people before that would have been able to qualify for this program. But now that they're allowing you to do it, A, without having to list the house, first of all, amazing. B, not having to debt ratio or qualify for all three loans and then still be able to move forward. Mind blown. And that's the biggest key takeaway that was different from when we talked about this last week, right?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. And the other thing too, though, is that I don't know that I talked about this last week too, is that a lot of bridge programs are very specific to the state you're in, right? So like if you're gonna like some of them will say, well, it has to be Las Vegas to Las Vegas, or actually Nevada to Nevada. This one, Guild's a nationwide company, so it's not specific to a state. You can sell a house in Oklahoma,
wow,
and then buy a house here. And
I didn't realize
the bridge.
I didn't realize bridge programs were state to state often. That's really good to know.
Some of them are.
That also, once again, limited who the hell could even do this. So this is blown the doors wide open to this program and giving it an opportunity for people who I know that when we did our live stream last week, even with the limitation of having a debt ratio for all three of them, we still had more comments and more feedback that was the coolest thing they had heard about in a really long time. And so just to see that now we've blown the doors off of it even further, I can't wait to see that many more people come through the door saying, okay, now that I know that there's a program for me, it's time to go.
Well, do you want me to blow your mind a little bit more too?
Oh God. Yeah.
I just have one more. Okay.
I don't have much hair left. Don't blow all my hair off. Okay?
Let me blow your mind just one more time. Okay.
Okay.
On top of all this, you can utilize the bridge program with the Cash Pass program.
The Disneyland Guild Mortgage Cash Pass program that allows you to buy a house as if you're a cash buyer.
Yes, you could utilize both of those in conjunction with each other. Isn't that crazy?
I'm gonna cry.
I was on my feet cheering when I heard this one.
I'm about to do the same. So here's what I was gonna say. I don't want us to go deep into the Cash Pass program. Give a very high level of what it is. If you want to learn more, we just did a very deep and detailed video about that. We're gonna link that above. So just tune in for that, and you can click on that as soon as we're done with this video. Check it out. I'm blown away. Give us a 2-second spiel on what that Cash Pass program is.
So the Cash Pass program allows you to buy a house as a cash borrower, and then we'll finance the house after you close it. It's a 2-second spill. You have to watch the video to get all of the logistics and
Please
everything
watch
else
the
on it.
video, link above. So you're telling me I can pretend I can be a catfish cash buyer, right? I'm gonna walk in
I love
pretending
it
I'm
how
a
you call
cash
it
buyer,
cash fish,
right?
cash buyer.
I'm gonna catfish the seller, making him believe I'm coming in with cash, because I am, because of the guild mortgage. And I don't have to qualify or make as much money to cover all 3 of these loans all at once. And I don't have to sell my house before I come into town. And I can actually enjoy my house hunting process because I'm going to work with the Cerrone Group and Amber Coleman, because this is going to be the best damn experience of my life. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I'm blowing your mind right now. I'm blowing your mind. Now, keep in
God.
mind when the part that when you're selling, like not debt ratioing, we have to make sure you're selling in an area that's selling pretty fast right now and stuff.
Sure.
But most areas are, right?
That's
the whole
the
nation's
United
going
States of
through what we're
America
going
right
through.
now. So that's not going to be a problem. Holy crap, Amber. Man, you came out of that conference this week with all kinds of new programs, but you also came out of there with some guns ablazing, my friend. Oh my God.
I did. I'm all excited right now because
I'm
honestly, in
stoked.
the past market, it was a market for a lot of people, right? Like when everything, but you had to fit in a tight box to be able to.
Clearly, like I just never even would mention the bridge program to people because it was always just so disheartening. They couldn't qualify because they didn't make enough money to pay for nine house payments on top of what they're trying to buy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, very few people could fit into it, but these changes to it made it to where a lot more people could fit into this.
Girl,
So
we about
I'm
to.
glad
That's
I can blow your mind today.
Oh my God. So listen, if you're thinking about moving to Vegas, I'm talking to you. If you're watching this video, if you're thinking about moving to Vegas, I want you to watch the rest of the videos that we're releasing this week about the new loan programs, because you may be able to partial and part piece together more than just what we discussed. But if this is a dream of yours, or if you've been putting your plans on hold, or if you're just going to rent when you arrive to Vegas, do not, under any circumstances, move forward without clicking the link in the description, or texting or calling us, or emailing us for that matter. The information is in the description below. Let us be the ones to tell you which route to take. Amber is a wizard of loans. She is. I've never met anybody. I know. I need to buy you a wizard hat. That's happening. Happening soon. Amber is a wizard of loans. She's incredible. We're not telling you this stuff because we need to sell a house and we want. Yeah, we do this to make money, but that is not ever our driving force. That's why Amber and I have, really combined forces. Our goal is to bring you hope, to bring you the truth, and to constantly come forth with what the heck's going on, so that from people who I believe you can trust, that what's happening here in Vegas. So I'm just blown away right now. Cannot believe you combine those two programs, and I cannot believe the debt ratio thing about that bridge program is just blowing my mind right now.
It's a game changer. I mean, it's a game changer for people that want to move too, because you feel paralyzed. You don't have to feel paralyzed anymore. No need to feel paralyzed.
And the process just became so much lighter and more fun. Oh my God, this is amazing. All right, so here's the bottom line. A crash is not coming. Am I right, Amber?
You're absolutely right. I mean, look, you can't listen to all the naysayers out there, because all you have to do is pull the information. And if you don't want to pull it, don't worry. We'll be putting reels out and YouTubes to tell you about what the information is.
Damn, this is amazing. So here's the deal. If you're thinking about moving to Vegas, or you already live here and you're trying to buy a house, this program may not be for you, but I guarantee there's going to be a program from this week's releases of videos that we're doing on the fly on Zoom for you in the most awkward way possible, to make you understand that this is possibly something that you could do and make happen. So we want you to own a home. We want you to be able to be a part of this amazing growth that our beautiful city is experiencing. And it's for us, it's just all about getting you in at the right time, early, which is better, and not letting the negativity in the news stop you from making progress for you and your family and your life. So let us help you. Let us at least just guide you. I will say this too, Amber, one of my favorite things that happens, we do a lot of client events and things like that throughout the year. And inevitably someone will come up to me and say, I never once ever thought I could not be a renter. I never thought I would be a homeowner. It never even occurred to me to try to buy a home. And because of our videos, people, they trust us, thank God. And they should, because we're honest, good people. And they really hear our message, which is, it is possible for you. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, and let us be the ones to tell you which direction, which path to take. And we've now seen so many people who just come crying at these events saying, I can't believe I own a home. I never thought this could be possible, and I owe it all to you. So I'm not waving us saying, oh, look at us, we're amazing. I'm just saying, like, we know what we're doing. We've been doing this for a minute. And I think at the end of the day, you need to work with people who you can look in the eye and trust, and not necessarily go with the next flashy raid, or the next flashy guy, or the guy making it rain on a Lamborghini with ones, right? That's not the kind of lifestyle we're living. We're living our best Las Vegas lives. We want you to be doing that too. What do you think, Amber?
I love it.
Right?
I love it. Thank you.
I'm petered out now. I'm off my soapbox.
I know. Well, and all I want to just add to it is, don't listen to the negativity. Negativity sells. So, I mean, all they're trying to do is get clicks.
Yep.
Right? Don't listen to the negativity. There's no better thing than home ownership. home
Yeah.
ownership still is the American dream. I believe it with all my heart.
This is the judge-free zone. We do not judge you. It doesn't matter what your credit looks like, doesn't matter what your income looks like. We do not judge you. And I think that's my favorite part of our working relationship. Beyond that, this is a no clickbait zone as well. So we hope that we hope that you're getting good information from these videos. Again, we're coming out with multiple videos this week. So I don't know where this one's going to fall when it comes to the release schedule, but we are bringing you the most up-to-date. This stuff is just happening like in the minute. We want to make sure you know what's going on so that you can strike while the iron's hot and take advantage of these programs. So if you're looking to move to Vegas from another state, bridge program might be for you. If not, and you're looking to do something different, check out one of our other videos this week. And most importantly, out of all of it, I don't give a crap if you watch the videos, but you should click the link in the description, text us, call us, or email us. Please let us know how we can help you determine what's right for your future here in Las Vegas. What do you think, Amber?
Love it. Thank you.
Thank you as always for bringing such awesome positivity and awesome hope to the forefront. I love that you are a fighter on behalf of so many of these people and so many of us in this industry. And I'm just so grateful to have you working by my side. I love you so much.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's always such a joy being with Miss Las Vegas Gal. The
All
best
right,
in business.
We'll see you next time. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Cheers.